My name is Roman and I want to be honest with you from the start. A year ago, I lost my job in software development. I'm still looking for the next one, but job market in tech right now, you probably know how it is. But somewhere between sending applications and waiting, I realized I had something I hadn't had in 15 years. Time. So I decided to use it. I've renovated few properties before. I know how to read a broken building. I know what renovation actually costs, not what agents tell you. I've been thinking about Sicily for a long time, so I came here and looking for a city that could work for a parallel life. This is my parallel life in Sicily, episode 1, and let's see where this goes. This is Mussomeli, my first stop, a small town in the heart of Sicily, about 11,000 people, medieval streets, a 14th century castle on the hill, and somewhere in this historic center, houses for sale for €1. Not a rumor, not clickbait, an actual municipal program that's been running since 2017. This old part of town is where the €1 properties are located, along with other houses in the affordable segment, some starting from €3,000 to 15,000. On paper, this looks like exactly what I came for. But let me show you the first thing that made me hesitate. Here is the first thing that surprised me. Mussomeli is roughly 100 kilometers from Palermo airport. Sounds manageable, but on Sicilian roads that's over 2 hours by car. I drove it myself, 2 hours and 15 minutes, with one stop. Public transport, technically possible, practically complicated, and I kept thinking, I'm not moving here permanently, I'm planning to come back every few months, which means every single trip starts with a 2-hour drive from Palermo. No direct train, no easy bus connection, every visit you need to rent a car. That adds cost and complexity to every trip, and it's something I hadn't fully calculated before I came here. This is the entrance to the old part of Mussomeli. The street leading in renovated, clean facades, someone has invested here. That's a good sign. We pass through the main square, the basilica on one side, a monument in the center, small business work here. This part of town still has life. But now we go deeper, into the area where the cheap houses actually are. The streets narrow to about 2 meters, some of them less, just enough for one small car, and even then, carefully. Notice something else. No people, midday in Sicilian town, and these streets are empty. Buildings on both sides, some sold recently, you can see the work being done, but most closed. Some closed for years, maybe decades. No shops, no bars, no signs of daily life, just stone and silence. Now, if you are thinking about buying here, this matters practically. Car access exists on some streets, but parking, there is one small area at the end of the street. If you block the street, you block everything. Getting renovation materials in here is going to be interesting. And before you even think about driving these streets, make sure you are comfortable in very tight spaces. I've driven in old European cities before. This is completely different level. So this is the reality of the old houses area. Beautiful in melancholy way, full of potential and full of practical questions that the listing photos don't answer. Let me show you the specific property I came to find. This is it, the property I came to find. €1 official municipal program. I found it on the city website. Let me show you what €1 actually buys. Two levels, one window on the facade, water tank on the roof, entrance up the stairs to the second floor. Now look at the streets. One side completely inaccessible by car, too narrow. "46 square meters total. I expected more. Standing here, it feels even smaller than the number suggests. Each floor is roughly 20 square meters, the size of a large bedroom. And look at the building directly across the street. Uninhabitable for years, both properties are available for sale, which tells you something about this street and this area. Now, here is something interesting. The official program website is not working, so I found additional information through other sources, cached pages and photos. The timestamp on these photos tells me this property has been available since 2024, 2 years on the market. 2 years ago, the facade of the building was in a much better condition, and the interior photos from that time showed something manageable. Not good, but manageable. After 2 years, I don't know what's inside right now, and that's the problem. One thing works in this property favor: location. It's not far from the main square. In an old Sicilian town, that's actually relevant. You are connected to whatever life exists here. So, my verdict on this specific property. I'm not saying yes, the size is limited, the access is complicated, the condition is worse than the official photos suggest, and 2 years without a buyer tells its own story. But I'm not crossing it off completely either. It stays on the list as a reference point, a baseline for what €1 means in reality. Mussomeli has much more to offer than this program. There are other properties for sale here, different sizes, different conditions, different price points. Stay with me because the expedition continues and the next property is already on my list. Ciao!